Hello, we are live with another episode of BS Busters. And this one's a little bit special because it's just all questions and answers and my impressions about my Nintendo Switch preview tour that I went to yesterday. But before we get into that, I'm going to have the panelists introduce themselves. Who wants to go first?
Well, my name's Nashi Abamanito, and Switchmas is almost upon us, everybody.
Switchmas. Okay. Who wants to go next?
What's going on, guys? This is your boy Lyco, one half Enduro, and just be here, of course, being a participant of BS Busters, and got some questions about some games. So let's get it started.
Okay. Who's next?
Well, I'm good. I'm the shepherd. I'm the good shepherd.
I like how succinct that introduction.
That was good. That was good. That was good.
So, who wants to go next?
I'm the last one. Remember, people, 8 days after the Switch and Breath of the Wild launches is the return of Samurai Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, that's right, my friend.
Yeah, and don't forget, like a week after the Switch comes out, Iron Fist hits Netflix.
Okay, I was gonna say Iron Fist. Yep.
Yeah, basically,
it's a good time to be
between
a nerd.
gaming and TV, you're
pretty
so,
good.
Of course, it's me, Mr. Red Fox. So, without much ado, let's get down into it. So, they had 16 games here. I played 14 of them. The two I did not play, I saw people playing it. I stood there for about a good 10 minutes watching them play it. So it's not like I just had no interest. It is what it is. So I'll just go down the list as they gave it to me because I don't remember the order I played it in, but I remember, looking at the list. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Any questions?
Yeah,
What was it like? Oh, sorry.
What was Mario Kart 8 like? It's just like Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U.
No. I said battle mode.
Battle mode?
That's the only thing I give a damn about, honestly.
That's not a question.
To tell you the truth, in my opinion, the arenas are too damn big, and you can get kind of lost. Like it's not as fun as because in a good battle mode, the arena is big where you can kind of maneuver, but it shouldn't be so damn big that.
Question before you even let me say right there. Did you play all the stages? Because some of the stages they said were the stages that was from the old school, so did they just enlarge them?
Yeah, it felt that way to me. Like I didn't play all of them because you only have a certain amount of time, but I played.
No, that's why I asked that question. No, because I saw the list of game battle stages, and some of them, unless you played all of them, I'm gonna say some of them just doesn't go with the whole type, as you just said. But no, I just wanted to just make sure of something clear. That's all. Go ahead.
Because part of the appeal of battle mode is the chaos.
Like they just seem a little too big to me, but that's just me,
No, if you feel that way, I'm pretty sure I'll probably feel similarly.
And you have
because part of the appeal of it is the limited space and how well you maneuver it.
Well, you also have to remember, I never was a huge Mario Kart battle mode person. Like that wasn't my thing. So
Diddy Kong Racing.
Got you.
Yeah, I was Diddy Kong Racing, and their battle mode was, in my opinion, a lot better. Although the feather has made a return, y'all. So
I know. I saw the feather. I was like, yeah.
That's one of the reasons I asked that question.
That's one of my favorite ones.
That's one of the reasons I asked that question because the NES arenas in there, and the NES is very constrained. So that's why.
These arenas are not these arenas are not that constrained, in my opinion. Now, I was in the Splatoon. Like I did the Splatoon stage twice. I did Donut Land one. There's like I guess from the SNES Mario Kart.
Yeah, the one with the different, like I said, with the different boxes.
You could do that one for one on a modern console.
Donuts.
Yeah, look. That's just my opinion.
Wait, question. One more question.
Yeah.
Okay. Did they tell you how much allowed is in there? Is it a 8-on-18?
Yeah, you can. Well, I don't know about 8-on-8. I know you have even with
60.
2 players. There's like 6 other like AI dudes driving around trying to.
Okay,
kill
so
you.
basically just 8 is 8. I thought in Mario Kart Wii, I thought it was 12. So
Well,
if I remember right, it was 12.
It might be more than that, but that's who they had on the thing. They might have tweaked it for that particular, build.
No, I got you. I was just asking if you ever played it, if you got a chance to play with a maximum number. If not, then I just asked my question about the vastness. That's all.
Yeah, it's not really small. It's just, like I said, I'm not the biggest Mario Kart fan, so for me, I enjoy the karts for the racing more than the battle mode. But I mean, if you like the battle mode, here you are. Any other questions before I move on to the next one?
How you feel to get back to 2 items?
Yeah, how the familiarity of like
the 2 items are cool, but it's not as fun as Double Dash's 2 items.
I mean, bomb and what you call it?
No, it's just like the 2 because in Double Dash, the 2 items, like certain items would like be more powerful with certain characters. So it was item. Here it's just like you can stack items, which is cool, but
no, that's going back to the original basically. That's what I was asking. How you?
Yeah, it's not really like groundbreaking or like, oh my god. Like all I'm gonna say about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is this shit should have been on the Wii U. Enough said.
Oh yeah. I think we all kind of felt that.
But
that was my question. So we got confirmation none of this is gonna come to Wii U owners via season pass or anything.
No, I didn't ask that question, but I don't think
they wouldn't have never told you that there anyway.
Yeah. If it happens, we would get a sudden announcement, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I doubt they will, because the sad truth is they're trying to increase the appeal for the Switch as much as possible. Yeah. So they're not going to add too much stuff to the Wii U, because that could take away some of the thunder. Well, that's just the sad reality of it all.
It is
business, man. At the end of the day, we got to remember, as great as Nintendo is, they're still a business.
Well,
they got to make that dough
to make money. So
exactly.
And once people recognize that, it becomes a lot easier to understand why they do the things they do. But anyway, the next game I played was ARMS.
How did the motion controls feel for that game?
ARMS? The motion control is good. I played it with the motion control, and then I played another round later on without the motion control. And I mean, the motion control makes it more immersive, but without the motion control, just as fun, really.
So does it feel intuitive at all? The motion control?
When you get into it and you're playing against another person, it's intuitive. If you're sitting in your man cave or your living room or wherever you have this thing set up and you're just by yourself punching in the air, you're going to very Wii Sports boxing vibe.
I got you. Okay, that makes sense. That awkwardness, like, all right,
you were having fun with Wii Sports boxing, you didn't give a shit. But if someone walks in on you, it's gonna look weird. That's all I'm saying.
Got you.
But as long as the Joy-Cons aren't down there, then why should you be ashamed?
Well, I mean, I'm just giving you, I'm just telling you what's going on. Me personally, I like ARMS. I mean, I'm not gonna get it, but if the price goes down or they have a sale or like a buy 2 get 1, I'll probably pick it up.
All right. Was only the 6 characters there?
There may have been, like the way they had the menu set up. Like by the time it got to me, like I didn't. I played as the dude from the trailer, because that's
Stringman.
That's who I got. I mean, I didn't really have much of a choice, and he feels he's fairly well balanced. That chick is a little bit faster, I think.
Women girl.
What about
the dude who I was fighting against was insane.
What about the mummy?
I saw someone playing with the mummy, but they were getting wrecked. So they could have been shitty with the character, or the person they were playing could have been really good. I don't know, but
Do you think
who knows?
Do you think arms could be used as a workout or exercise regimen using the motion controls?
I don't know if for exercise, definitely for stretching. And people who live very sedentary lives, who want to get their asses up so that they can actually get some range of movement. Yeah.
So not YouTubers. Okay.
I mean, you know.
I was waiting because I could tell it was a leading question.
Let me put it this way: if someone lives inside of if you have someone in your family or like who's elderly, this would be great for them because.
So like Wii Sports essentially, again.
Basically, yeah, it's very Wii Sports-esque, and I think that would be good for certain people. Like when I saw, like before I got there fairly early, and I talked with a lot of the the staff before they call them the brand team, but really they were like the staff. And from what I heard from them, because a lot of them played the games before, before we did, I was like, this game, Arms, like from like I asked, is it like, does it feel more like a more advanced version of Wii Sports boxing? And they were like, no, it's not. But then I played it and I'm like, well, it isn't, but it is. You know what I mean?
Well, until we play, we don't know, kind of. But I'm going to ask the question. I think we'll decipher this is this. Excuse me. Basically, you can when you're using the Joy-Cons as you say, the motion controls. Remember, in the commercial or in the reveal, you can hook an uppercut. Does it feel does the motion go 1-to-1 with that?
It not exactly, but when you make the motion, your character pulls it off. Like if you do if you do the uppercut maneuver, the character will do an uppercut type maneuver on the lockdown character. And I'm guessing, now, I don't know, but because the Joy-Con 3.0, so they're even more precise than we saw with the Wiimote Plus, the Wii Motion Plus, and the original Wiimote. So. Like it's not quite 1-for-1, but it's so intuitive that you don't really, because there really hasn't been 1-for-1 motion games that we've seen on anything. Like, Skyward Sword was the closest, but even that wasn't really 1-to-1. But at a certain point, you're so into the game, it really doesn't matter. You just get used to the little nuances and idiosyncrasies.
Okay.
But any other questions before we go to the one that I had the most doubts about?
1-2 switch.
Oh, you talking about 1-2 switch?
Yeah, that's what I was. Anyway.
28 plus games, dude. 28 plus games.
Ask the people. They said that when it finally comes out, it's going to have 28. So, plus they said there may or may not be hidden games. Like little hidden mini games. So I don't know, but 28 is a lot of damn games for a $50 game. That roughly is like $1 and some change per game, like $1.74.
I will agree with the Nintendo detractors on this. I think it should have been a faction.
But we said that a million times. So that's really relevant to say that now.
So the games that they showed were Quick Draw, Copy Dance. This is for 1-2 switch. They showed Quick Draw, Copy Dance, Milk, which I don't care what anyone says. That game, the sound effects and watching people play that game is a little dirty. But ball count, stamina training, and table tennis. This game, 1-2 switch. I reiterate this. This shit should be a fucking Nintendo should eat the cost, and it should be a packing game.
Like I said, we already said that. We know that.
Because essentially it's like Wii Sports the next generation, basically. And it's awesome. I enjoy it. I really did enjoy it. The Quick Draw was fun. Like it's a good mix of party games and actual core video games. Because the table tennis is like a core video game.
Kind of like the tennis game back in thing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the milk would be fun as like a joke game to play with your friends to weird them out, because it's just weird seeing two dudes
you're drinking something.
Pulling motions and hearing that squish noise. It's
wait. That's a question. That's a question I'll ask. You said the noises. So the noises come from where the from the Switch thing or from the Joy-Con?
Both.
Oh, they got speakers on the Joy-Cons.
They're trying to do the 3D sound, basically.
Yeah, it comes from the Joy-Cons and it comes from the thing, from the TV if it's hooked up to the TV.
Okay.
Look, the game. Look, it's a fun game. I mean, the milk game. It's just the noise. It's just.
It is disturbing.
It is disturbing. All I'm saying is this: if Suda51 can get the rights to from Ubisoft.
Oh no! Don't even say it. Do not even say it. I know where you're going. Don't even say it. Don't even say it.
What are you talking about? I'm confused.
No, don't do the whatever. He knows.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyone who played No More Heroes knows. So that's all. That's all. Any other questions before we move on to the next?
Thank you, Carter. No.
I said, please enlighten this ignorant individual.
Whatever.
Go to school.
We'll just move on. We'll just move on. Here's the game I had the most time with because I played it twice.
So I got Koshi?
I said, go
so
watch
nice you squeezed it twice, what?
Go watch Shadow of the Damned and you'll get it. So this is the game I played the most of. It had a 20-minute demo, and I did basically like 2 20-minute demos, not back to back. Like I did one when I first got in, and then I did another one in like group 5 right before I left. So it was the first game I played. It was the last game I played. I started and ended on The Legend of Zelda. So Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild on the Switch. I played it with a Pro controller, and I played it with the Switch Joy-Cons on the dock thing. And I don't know what to say except the game is fucking awesome. That's all. Anyone have any questions about the game?
I can't. Like I said, I'll let these guys answer the question because remember I played this before you guys, so I'll let them answer.
Yeah, were there any motion controls?
You can some of the motions you can do in the game, like when you I guess at a certain point you get the ability to use the Sheikah tablet to see distant things and tag stuff. You can use motion controls with that. You can use motion controls if you want. You can turn on with the bow and arrow. And I guess you get access to other ways of attacking enemies at a distance. Like when you throw, you can do it. But with the Pro controller, it felt more natural to use more. But if you have the Joy-Con Pro controller in your hand, I don't mean the Pro controller. I mean the one where it's like 2 Joy-Cons attached to that dock thing.
The grip.
The grip. It's actually like the Pro. All I'm gonna say is this: this game is gonna be fun as hell if they get that Twilight Princess fishing for the Wii back. If they bring that shit back, that's how I play this game. That's how I play this game. I totally will play this game if they let me play it like that. Shit.
Well,
so how does the combat feel? I know a lot of people like to compare the game to Witcher or Dark Souls.
The combat? Oh God, no. The combat. I fucked up a lot of moblins in this game. The combat is the combat feels like a combination between Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess.
Okay.
Not surprising.
There's a physics. The physics engine is a bit freeform, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you know how normally in The Legend of Zelda you defeat an enemy, they drop their shit there. In this game, you defeat an enemy, if your final hit knocks their ass off a hill, their dead body will roll down that hill, and then whatever the hell they had equipped that drops will keep on rolling down that hill. So it's man, I killed these bastards. Fuck them. And it's like, oh shit, where'd the loot go? And it's like, it's down the hill, gone. You're like, shit, come back with my vocal.
And that makes sense. It's a pain in the butt, but it actually adds an element to the gameplay. Gotta be more mindful of how you take out the bad guys.
Yeah, all that shit. Basically, Breath of the Wild to me feels like all the all the little like minor things in all the Legend of Zeldas that I've played, because I've played all the mainline Legend. Well, actually, no, I played all the Legend of Zelda games, and the one thing that I like all the little like nitpicks that we had, they've addressed in this. Why am I shit? And I only use like a quarter of it. Why am I collecting food? Why does Link never eat anything? It's like, I mean, he's an addict with potions, but he doesn't eat anything. Well, you can do that in this game. You can cook. You can eat stuff. You can actually sneak up on enemies and like snipe their asses and kill them. So it brings back what you did in the Sheikah village in Twilight Princess, where it was like a Western shootout, which is actually kind of fun.
That fortress in the desert from Twilight Princess?
Excuse me?
What about that fortress in the desert from Twilight Princess, where you could also snipe the moblins?
Yeah, but that was more like you were just trying to get there and it was easier. Like literally in the one where you had to go to the Sheikah village and meet Impas, like it literally turned into a Western.
Mm-hmm.
Turned into it had like Western music going on, and you're shooting dudes and like shooting them through windows and like shooting barrels and blowing them the fuck up. I hope this game has a bow and arrow. A crossbow, because that'd be even more fun. But any other questions before we go on to the next one?
Does it look better on the Switch than the Wii U?
I don't think there was a comparison there.
It looks damn near identical to me. There might be a few shading effects. Not shade. There might be like a few contrast differences here and there, but same damn game. Aside from that, and the music sounds a little bit better.
Then the Switch is weak.
No, anyway, Switch is because it's supposed to.
I mean,
What
were you gonna say, Anderson?
Yeah. So what other games did you play?
Okay,
He's going down the list, yeah.
Yeah, the next one I played is Splatoon 2. I only played the battle mode, so that's what I played. And I played like 3 matches, and it's Splatoon with some new stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the single player. Yeah, and I can tell you about the dual shooters. They're fun.
The dual squadgers.
Yeah, the dual. Like basically, it's like, I mean, I said this before, but if you equate the different weapons in Splatoon to melee weapon users in old school video games where they have like melee combat, it's the same thing. Like the shooter is like a dude with a sword and a shield, fairly well balanced, not at the top of anything, but get the job done. The roller is like a dude with a big ass broadsword. The charger is a guy with the bow and arrow. And now you have the dual splatters, which are, I mean, the dual splashers, which are basically like a dude wielding two knives at the same time.
Like Lloyd Orphan.
Yeah, very fast. They don't have the range of a. They don't have the range.
No, Lloyd Orphan got some power to back up his speed. Lloyd Orphan is broken.
Well, I mean, the dual splashers let you do like evasive moves, and the ones their special abilities that they let you do like this aerial thing where you could basically like rocket up and then take pot shots at people. But I killed the dude who did it. I was like, oh, nice. I killed him. But yeah, I mean, it's a great game. I'm looking forward to the game. I really want to see what they do with the single player. I hope it's bigger than the one they had on the Wii U because that left me wanting more. And if they do,
it was a bit short.
Yeah, bring back DJ Octavio and Callie and Mari's theme song because that shit was badass as fuck.
Oh yeah, they need another bad guy though.
Yeah,
but Octavio needs to come back.
Well, we'll see what
DJ
happens.
Octavio boss battle is one of the best boss battles I've seen in a Nintendo game in a long time. Because it was just so bad.
He's just grooving to the music while he's trying to wreck you. It's beautiful.
Fear his threat will not be beat.
Well, it took me back in the day with like Bowser in
54
Super Mario World, where like after you take him out in his second phase, he gets pissed. The music changes a little bit, and he like it's like it changes because and I like that. I was like, damn, this is old school right here. So yeah, and it's kind of intense. How can they top that? I don't know, but yeah.
Please try.
Yeah, so tell me, is there like a big difference now that there's no touch screen with a map on it?
Yeah, that kind of does suck, to tell you the truth. I'm not gonna lie. And if you wanna super jump to specific spots, you have to like open up a map. And I mean, the second screen experience, you really kind of played a lot of Splatoon on the Wii U. But I mean, it's not as bad as you might think because the gyro controls are still there with the Joy-Cons and the Pro controller. So
what's up, bitches? I'm sorry that I'm late.
Yeah, get the hell out of here.
We're only through the first 5 games.
Okay, I want to make sure I did come at least. I know I missed the last few. When you called me initially, my wife and I were actually out. We had just started washing our car.
Wait a minute. You were arguing stuff with your woman?
You said what?
How dare you?
Aren't Nintendo gamers supposed to be lonely losers that lives in basements?
I mean, to be honest, here's the funny thing. I usually do it by hand, but this is actually her idea. So yeah, I had a damn good time doing it. She was filming my butt and stuff. You know how that is.
Okay. All right.
If you see a few Snapchat updates with my body in it, just know that it really wasn't ready. But
we don't even want to know because we always see what your dumbass did with your daggone Mitomo. So hell, I don't even want to know.
Bruh, we understand. When you say Dr. Feel Good, we know you're feeling good. You don't need to tell us.
Hey,
feel good.
Excuse me, Lord Seabreeze, we're on Splatoon 2 now. Any questions?
Actually, I just did a video today. I need to upload it. It's been done for hours, but I never uploaded it. But I did a video today about what I want or would like to see in Splatoon 2. So
that's what we're doing.
That'll be huh?
That's what we're doing right now.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and say something simple. I'm pretty sure no one actually mentioned. I'm pretty sure you guys talked about map rotation, right?
Oh, hey guys, just so you know, I'm here.
Map rotation. Okay. Yeah, Gilligan.
Yeah, I know you mentioned that. This is one thing I will say that I do want. Mm-hmm. I want to be able to play 2 things. I want Turf War, a ranked mode for Turf War, because it is the game's primary mode. It was marketed with that mode. I think it's unfair that there's no ranked mode for it. So I just want to rank Turf War. I think it would be cool. And I would like to be able to do I like to be able to play rank mode, the rank modes without playing for rank. In other words, I want to play them for fun against randoms or with you guys against randoms or even other squads, but without your rank being on the line. Because let's say if you like playing that mode, but it's like I don't always want to play that mode, and then because I like to have fun and I have fun with it, but I'm losing my rank every time I lose with randoms. What if I want to play that mode because I like playing it, but I don't want to rank online?
But I think they either will have that day one or they might patch that in because people want to train up on that level of intensity without having to lose all their rank and stuff like that. So
exactly. And last but not least, I say, I'm not sure if you guys mentioned it, but I want to be able to squad with my friends against randoms.
Cool. I tell you, But here's something I did confirm. You can switch your weapons between matches.
You can?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Now, of course, you can't like go and open them all up and switch. Like you can choose like a loadout of like you can choose a shooter, you can choose a charger or whatever, and you could switch between whatever you wanted. Now, are they going to keep this for the final game? I hope so. Because these are all demos, so you know shit is still good.
I mean, they let them do it. I mean, that ain't gonna change nothing to the game anyway. So.
But I mean, that would make sense for them. Like, okay, you can't open up the list and choose the exact thing that these people are like the exact thing to go against what other people like to use. But you can.
Because I was gonna say, unless the character you know, unless it's like people like like your friends, that's only gonna change in that regard. But if you're playing randoms or Splatfest or whatever, it's not gonna change nothing because you don't know what the next team is gonna use. So changing it is gonna be stupid. But
yeah, but I mean, I do think they will have like a hot bar of like 4 weapons like that you can put in there and then you can swap out between matches. So it's like, oh shit, I was getting my ass kicked with that charger. I'll switch over to the dual shooters, or I was getting my ass kicked with that dual shooter. I'm going to the roller. You know, like I mean that's kind of cool, and I think they'll have that.
Red Fox, this might be a stupid question, but did they say you need that paid subscription, or is it optional?
I didn't hear you. What?
Do you
the online
need...
thing?
Yeah, the
online. I doubt that. But that question will be there.
About the online.
I don't think nobody knows that question yet until Nintendo officially rolls it out.
I doubt, because I asked a few questions about I didn't ask them. I heard someone who's from the media ask them about the online, and the people there really didn't know anything about it really. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. I don't know. So now that I've talked about Splatoon 2, who wants to talk about snipper clips?
Hey, did you try snipper clips?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear your impressions on it because I didn't play it myself at the event because like I mentioned, I did play Splatoon 2 and let's see, Splatoon 2, Mario Kart 8, Breath of the Wild, and Sonic Mania.
I played Sonic Mania. It feels like they did the best. Sonic Mania to me felt like they combined Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, but then added the modern stuff from the 3D Sonic games that people like into a 2D Sonic game with some new stuff that you've never seen before, and that's what Sonic Mania felt like. I enjoyed it. I mean, I'm not going to get it because I'm not a huge Sonic fan, but it's a fun game. If you like Sonic, this is for you.
Totally.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it's coming to the Switch. That's one of the major games I wanted Sega to bring out for the Switch.
Yeah. So.
Well,
snipper clips. Anyone have any questions about it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's a fun party game. It requires you actually have to this game by myself, but if you're playing it with a friend or your wife or your girlfriend or a girl that you want to be your girlfriend, it's fun. Or hey, I'm not going to put heteronormative things. If it's someone you want to make into a special someone, this is a fun game to play on date night, whatever. Fun.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I can really say. It's really fun. Snipper Clips kind of feels like a love child between Scribblenauts and Drawn to Life, kind of. But it's neither. You have to accomplish a goal, and one player controls one shape, the other player controls another shape. You have to make stuff happen within this this time frame situation, and it could be something like getting a ball into a hoop or making a certain shape by combining your two shapes. You do this by you can overlap your shape on another person's shape and take a cut out of them. So that's how you get the name Snipper Clip. It's pretty fun. It feels like a HAL game. I don't know who's making it, but it feels like a HAL game. It looks like something from the Box Boy.
Okay, I can see that.
Actually, speaking of that, how does Snipper Clips is like when you play by yourself, basically?
That's the thing. Like, I don't like. I think that by itself, it might. Like, they didn't show the single player. If it has a single player, I would think it would be slightly different than what you see. Either that, or you're switching between the two different characters. And, like, you're controlling one, you move into a position, you control the other, and move. Be kind of lazy, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. I haven't seen the single player.
Oh,
Ain't that a bitch?
I guess that if you play by yourself, you basically swap between the characters.
It sounds. I mean, it seems like it would be a little boring if you play it by yourself. That's why I'm like, like if it has a single player. But I mean, this is Nintendo, and they tend to have a single player for stuff, even if it's kind of bare bones. So I don't know. Any other questions before we move on to the next game? Nothing.
All right. We got not much else. Yeah. So Snipper Clips is that much of a very simple game, but I really can't wait for that.
Fast Racing Neo Remix.
You played that one?
Yeah, they had it there. I played it. I played everything except for Just Dance and Skylander. So there's like 2 games that I'm just gonna announce. Someone play it.
The simple question will be this. I'm not gonna, because they kind of like it goes back to what we said last night on my podcast when they messed up something at the beginning. Yeah. But is it running well?
Yeah, I mean it was running very well. It looks
okay.
It was running well. Like the people when I played it, because I had played that same game on the previous game Wii U. So for me, like it was very easy for me to get into it. But for people who I'd seen playing before I played it, who obviously not played a game like this before, they were sucking at it. So. Like the game is, I mean, it's Fast Racing Neo. Fast Racing Neo is one of those games that like the difficulty curve is non-existent. It's hard.
Yeah.
Damn courses.
No, I just want to make sure because again, Fast Racing Neo doesn't. Again, for my Wii U, it didn't do that. You know, has problems. Some major problems on the game.
It didn't have that on mine either. So I mean, you know.
No, I mean basically the game I'm looking forward to try it because I'm not gonna. I only ask the question for that reason because my Wii U it just. I mean that's the only game that ever made me hard reset my Wii U and all the other stuff. But I would like to. Like I said, the game I'm looking forward for is mostly Red Out because that's more F-Zero like.
Yeah. I mean that's because I mean like I already have Fast Racing Neo and I don't like it hasn't really messed up on my Wii U, so I'm looking forward more to like you Red Out because Red Out seems to have more depth because you can you earn money, you can it feels more like Extreme G3.
Well, it's well, like I said, yeah. I mean, the only thing is that the cars, the vehicles are not very imaginative, but the tracks and the visuals, whatever, and of course, you have an energy bar, so like you know, you have to also not only make sure you don't get hurt and damaged, like in Fast like in F-Zero. So I like that.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, I mean, I had fun with it. And it was fun. Now, here are 2 games that I played that actually, no, I didn't play. Only 2 games that were there that I did not play because I had no interest in them. Just Dance 2017. Just Dance. The dancing game.
That's all. Yeah, I don't know. No, understandable.
Look, I know we keep on calling these Joy-Cons. They're Wiimotes. They're the Wiimotes. That's yeah, fun.
Got you.
It's
Skylanders Imaginators.
Which is one of the very few games that's confirmed to use the touchscreen.
Yeah, it also they also you can use the Imaginators with the NFC, so you don't have to have the portal power.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's amazing. That's fantastic.
So
I would say, and also not sure if you noticed, but they actually have Bowser back in Skylanders
yeah.
Imaginators.
I mean, like Activision gave Nintendo money so they could use that character. You don't think?
Right.
So yeah, I did not play these games. I just saw people playing them.
Yeah, I didn't
but
even get to try Ultra Street Fighter.
Oh, that's the next one. Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challengers. Oh my god. Oh, I had so much fun with this game.
Oh, first things first. How did you play it? With a single Joy-Con?
No, I played it with a Pro Controller because the Pro Controller has a D-pad, and you cannot play a 2D Street Fighter game with no D-pad. Either that or a fight stick, but hell, I'm going to spend $150 on a controller. So yeah, I played this. Actually, I played this more than I played Breath of the Wild. I played this about 3 times. Yeah. And I got my ass kicked a little bit. I kicked some ass. It was great. It was a great thing. I played like it's Street Fighter 2. It was playing a little slow. That's because I think they didn't have turbo mode in. It was a demo unit. But I mean, they have all the characters there: Evil Ryu, and Bison, Akuma, or Akume, depending on how you want to say it.
Violent Ken.
Excuse me?
Violent Ken.
I couldn't hear you. What?
Violent Ken.
Yeah, they had Violent Ken, yeah, who's basically like, he's the, Evil Ryu's the palette swap Ryu, Violent Ken, palette swap Ken. Great. Yeah, they have a few new moves, but it's great. I didn't play as any of those mofos, though. I played as Sagat, Guile, and M. Bison. And every time I played as those 3 characters, I was wiping fools out. It was great. The only time I got my ass kicked was a dude came in there and was playing as... He's playing as Evil Ryu, and he kicked my ass. But other than that, every other time.
Okay.
So, Has Been Heroes.
Yeah, from that game.
From Frozen Byte. This game is hard.
It is?
Yeah, it's a strategy game, but it's like got some teeth to it, and it's like you have to pay attention to everything that's going on. I mean, it is, the folks behind Trine are not effing around. That's all I gotta say.
Got you.
Awesome.
That's good to hear.
Oh, actually, since I pretty much missed out for the majority of the podcast because I was hanging out with her best friend. What are your impressions of the Nintendo Switch system itself?
I'll hold that thought, and I'll get to that once we go through the games, because I was going to do like an overview of what I felt about the system, like after we got through the games. But hold on to that one because that's a good question.
Yeah,
Super Bomberman R. It's a Bomberman game.
I heard that game didn't run particularly well.
Ran well when I was playing it.
Yeah.
Wait, it had frame rate problems? Really?
When I was playing it, did. The new thing about Super Bomberman R is that, like, when you're blown the fuck up by people in multiplayer, there's this cool thing where instead of you just go to the sides, kind of like in dodgeball, where you're on the sides but out, and you can throw bombs into the arena to get revenge on people. I was like, that's just some dirty shit right there.
Got you.
But yeah, it was.
What about it? So, what about the single player?
I asked about the single player. There is a single player. They didn't show it because they were really highlighting the multiplayer.
Okay.
And you can have up to 8 switches connected. I'm guessing that's also online. So if you have this game with online multiplayer, it's going to be the shit.
Got you.
With 8 different people, I really do think that they might even have that 64, or sorry, maybe even that 128 man from the Saturn days. Maybe.
Alrighty. Do you have any? Okay, do you feel a vibe? It's like the old Bomberman, like it has that.
Yeah, this game feels like something. It doesn't feel like a Hudson, like a complete. It feels like people who love those games made this game, but have the right IPs. So it doesn't feel like a shitty knockoff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it. I was playing. I'm like, this game is what we wanted, and for some reason, Capcom just wouldn't give us for reasons I don't know why, but not Capcom, Konami. But we finally got it, and it's rebirth, and hopefully the sales will.
And it was like Nintendo's how about this? Nintendo actually convinced Konami to actually make the Super Bomberman R. I heard it's good.
I think it was more like they had the IPs and they were like, "Shit, these are just languishing in a factory. I mean, in a closet somewhere. We can put this shit out and we can make some money."
Interesting.
Except for Bomberman Zero, that never existed. It never happened.
What is this Act Zero you speak of?
Yeah, we had this Gaia 5. This Gaia 5 complete, which has all the DLC. All of that 99 cent to like $7.99 DLC. It's like if you add that up, the actual game was like $50, and you add the DLC, it's like $110. So you get all of that for I think $50. I think this Gaia 5 is $50 on the Switch. So yeah, it's a this Gaia game.
Okay. I got it.
I don't know what you want me to say. I mean, this Gaia hasn't really fundamentally changed over the last like 4 iterations. So it's not like I can really be like, oh yeah, this is so much different. It's a this Gaia game. That's it. That's all I can really say. Graphically, it looks good though. But I mean, this guy has an art style that lends itself well better. I might just to have an RPG. Sonic Mania.
Did you mention that already?
Yeah, you mentioned it.
I talked about that. Someone mentioned it. And last one is Tetris. Oh my god,
Puyo Tetris.
Fun.
Puyo Tetris.
Puyo Tetris is fun, and it's because I have not played a Puyo game since the 4th gen, and like I'm real rusty. But Tetris, I kick ass in. So I was playing head-to-head spot battles, where basically like it switches from a Tetris field to a Puyo field, back and forth like every like 10 seconds, and it's like I'm kicking this dude's ass with Tetris. But then it switches to Puyo, and he's kicking my ass, and it was like a rush to see who would kick who's ass with dropping blocks first. Plus, it's going to have a single-player mode and an adventure mode. It's got like 6 different modes. I mean, this game is. I mean, it's.
So you literally switch between like the Puyo style and the Tetris style.
Yes, every 10 seconds it switches over.
Wow.
So like even if you're in the middle of a combo, it'll switch over. So if you don't have that set up right and it goes. Another thing, it'll transfer over. So it's like, damn, I messed up my combo. I was trying to get a Tetris. Sorry, yeah, Tetris.
Got you.
And those are all the games. like I said, 16 games here. I played 14 of them. They are freaking awesome. Your guys' any questions you guys have about the actual console?
Yep.
How do the Joy-Cons feel?
Who wants to go first?
I do. What do you think, like the overall size, appearance, and also how does the Joy-Cons feel and the controllers feel?
The overall size of the system without the Joy-Cons is about. It's a little bit smaller than the Wii gamepad, the Wii U gamepad.
Yeah, that's what I noticed.
It's very small. Even with like literally, I think in terms of thickness, it's a little bit thicker, like with the dock than the gamepad. But in terms of like overall size, it's smaller than the gamepad. So this is a very small console. Very powerful small little console. The Joy-Cons, to get to Double A's question, the Joy-Cons feel good. I mean, they're kind of small when you look at them, but when you put them in your hands, they feel comfortable. I mean, if you're a basketball, okay, the only way this thing would be unplayable for you is if you are a basketball player and you have Magic Johnson-sized hands. Other than, I don't know what to say to you, bro. Go play something else. But if you're normal, the Joy-Cons are not going to be a problem.
Got you. Well,
I think I have a feeling that Nintendo has well, I would say Nintendo has made the smallest console yet, but then I realized there's the Famicom.
Oh, no, I mean, there's the Ouya. The Ouya was a really small console, but
no, he said Nintendo. He said Nintendo.
Nintendo console, yeah.
Well, I mean, there was the Wii Mini. The Wii Mini was really small. The Wii.
No, I saw the Wii Mini in person. The Switch is smaller, definitely.
No, I don't think so. I could hold the Wii Mini in my palm of my hand. No way.
The Wii Mini.
No way.
The Wii Mini is. But that's a reiteration. I think in terms of like a first run console, the Switch is pretty damn small. I mean, it's like, and the reason I think the Switch is so damn small is because like they finally gotten the technology down to where like everything is so streamlined and economized that it's just like no wasted space. I think it's really packed in there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's
definitely smaller than the Wii U, for sure.
Oh yeah. The gamepad and the control and the console is basically the console. So
everything's kind of stuck in there. Any other question about the system?
I mean, if anybody else just obviously just give your overall impression, but yeah.
Okay. My overall impressions are very simple. The Switch is friggin' awesome. I told the people when I left, I'm glad that I pre-ordered mine already because I think this is going to be a very hot property in the future. And if you haven't pre-ordered yours now, you probably won't be able to get one until the middle of March till the end of March because this shit's going to be hard to find for a bit. Just saying.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great little console. You know, I'm not going to get into power or anything like that because that's a stupid argument.
It always has been a stupid argument. I don't know why people really care about it in the first place.
What I will say is that I'm quite excited about what they're going to be able to do with its various features and stuff like that.
Got you. No, that's good. I'm happy you got a chance to enjoy it, man. And you share what it is with us.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Anyone want to bring up anything else before we wrap things up?
Not much, because I already have said my impressions on the system itself like a couple times before. Oh, actually, no. There's actually one more thing. So this might be an all completely different topic, but bear with me in this one. So you guys probably know of Captain Nintendo Dude, right?
Yep.
So and you're wondering, I think someone on my team has seen my Twitter that I actually met him in person. Now it was fun. The one thing I would say that kind of bothered me a bit was what is it now? Oh, okay. And this is why I haven't really shared the video that I was in, because I basically told him about my my story about how I got the NES Classic, and also doing like a shout out, to do a shout out to everyone, including people at the OGL podcast. And the thing is, he unfortunately had cut that
Only
out.
putting like 3 people cut it out. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. And
No, I saw that.
Oh, okay. So I guess you guys noticed that. So yeah.
It doesn't bother me. I mean, I'm sorry, but I don't think anybody bothers. I understand what you're saying, like that, because he did. Because I think he only let 3 people, whatever. Yeah. Also, Matt, something like that, whatever. But like I said, you on there. I think you could release your video, but they edited it because they're trying to keep it short, whatever. I think the only longest one they ever done is 20 minutes. I think that's the longest they've done so far.
Yeah, I understand.
Between him and Triforce.
Well, yeah, the thing is that a lot of times you think you're going to be in something. Okay, there were tons of media at that event I went to last night. Or not, yesterday. There were tons of people. And they took my picture. They took a whole bunch of people's pictures. But there's no guarantee, even though they took pictures of me, that I'm going to be in it. I even gave an interview. There's no guarantee my interview is going to be seen.
Used for Nintendo, yeah.
So when they do stuff like that, they take a lot of footage, and I'm not. Look, the dude could be an asshole. I'm just.
I don't think he said that, but okay.
No, he could just be like, "Oh, fuck this guy telling me this story." He could. I mean,
I could sort of understand. My story because it was pretty long. But the thing is, the only thing I said, right, in terms of the shout outs. I said, shout out to my friend Gio and Silver, Gamers at Large, At the Gaming Life, and the OGL podcast. And I said it pretty quickly. And,
yeah, that's the OGL podcast and was out because I didn't hear the Gamers at Large part. Yeah.
Yeah. Like he cut out the At the Gamer Life, the OGL, and that. It's like what the hell. Again, I get it. He tried.
Time is everything when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah, because the thing is like they're trying to. Typically speaking, like they aren't like. I'm not a media major, but I have friends who are media majors and communication majors and film majors. They film a lot of stuff and they cut out stuff. They might have just wanted you use you as a blurb, a bite, whatever. I don't know.
Well, let's be honest. They use you as a bite because did you brought anything there for them?
Brought anything for them? No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, there you go. No. I understand that. But remember, if you watch any of their videos, anybody that brought anything got more time than people just went there and chill. I watched the videos between him and Triforce, and that's what it is. If you gave, like I said, people who gave 3DSs or brought a coat or a hat or whatever, yeah, they talked to them more and they showed it. It is what it is.
Yeah. So I mean, it is.
I don't look at it. I don't look at it as a negative thing. I'm just saying they're just trying to show that the Nintendo, which I can't argue. I mean, you came out there to give your little show of it. That's cool. But I mean, they wanted to show that Nintendo communities are cool. So if you bought something for them that they didn't really ask for, I would say, again, Triforce didn't ask for a hat or whatever, but he got a hat, he got coats, stuff like that, and then of course when he dropped his 3DS, people bought 3DS to him, and he's like, I don't need it, but but they still gave it to him. So he was like, so that one took up, like I said, gave more of the time. I mean, don't get me wrong. To the hell y'all gonna be out there in a freaking snowstorm? That's some bullshit. I give Triforce that, being that he's from the Caribbean like me. Ain't no friggin' way I'm going out in no snow. Sorry, Nintendo.
I used to live in Colorado, and I've been through some blizzards, and I hate snow. Like whenever it snows bad around here, I'm just like, fuck it.
Well, in my state it shuts down, so I have no problem going for. I ain't got no problem. The snow. My point is when they were saying, like I said, they're doing this to cue the line. I'm like, I ain't doing that bull crap.
Yeah.
Unless it's for food that I'm starving. Unless it's for my family sickness or medicine. I ain't getting no line for no damn thing.
I'm gonna keep it real. Like with food. With food, like I've told everyone this, I'm like, look, keep a pantry because you never know. Because if you have a well-stocked pantry and a good freezer, like every house that I've lived in, since I've been out on my own, and even when I was with my parents, we always had the house freezer, and then we had like a freezer in the garage or another part of that house just in case some shit went down. You have something. Which is, I mean, I'll tell anyone a smart thing to do. But are there any other topics anyone want to bring up before we bounce? Because I think this was a productive cast.
Yep.
Anything. Oh, you guys want to hear about the swag?
The what?
Oh yeah, swag.
Yeah, they had swag.
Okay.
It wasn't great swag. I got
pretty much gotten the stuff I have.
Yeah, and I got a cord bundler that's officially Nintendo Switch branded. So now I know what to have to keep my Switch wires from taking over my desk in my man cave.
Yeah, gotcha.
But let's see.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, excuse me. Nah, but like I said, it is. We got 2 more months, 2 more weeks before the console comes out. Yep. Happy that you and Gillian got a chance to mess around with it. Like I said, I mean, you did something. Seeing that, even to me, like I got to play Breath of the Wild before you guys, but you guys get to play the Switch before me. So
actually, I managed to play Breath of the Wild and try to Switch.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, yeah, I was saying, like, no, like, Red Fox knows. Like I said, when I went to Japan, that's why I got to mess with it when I was in Japan. So that's why they have that much questions towards you with that, because I remember playing and have some fun. Now the only thing for me is I'm worried about, and that's only for me, is when I get the game home to see what they took out of the game or whatever, or if they did enhance it for what I played. Because again, when I was playing in 2015, it was ready to go, and I mean they showed me most of the game to the degree I'm not gonna spoil the story for nobody because that's wrong. Excuse me. But I was like, all right. So then they said, well, we're gonna do this and that to it. So everybody's been asking about the motion controls and stuff. I'm just wanting to see what happens. So that's where my curiosity lies like what they're gonna do. Sorry, what they're gonna do with the what did they took out of the game from what I played back in a year and a half ago.
I don't think if they did take out anything, I don't think it was anything too major. Just because, I mean, let's keep it real. That game was ready a year. That game was mostly ready a year ago. So
yeah, that's what I said. But it is what I mean. It's a question that Anderson brought up, and when people keep on asking, is did they change some stuff because of the they had to bring it to the Switch, which Switch don't have the dual screen and all that stuff. So that's why he's saying that. Because I did had when I was playing it, one of the things that looked like they took out was the map. It was on the screen.
Yeah, it wasn't even. Here's the thing: when I played the Wii U version on Nintendo New York last year, the screen, I think it was black on the gamepad in the Wii U version. Like,
I got you, but when I played it, it had the map on the Wii U screen.
Really?
I played it in Japan and Nintendo.
Yeah, so
Japan.
I mean,
this is when you went to Japan.
So
2015.
they could have. I know there was no. I know there wasn't a map on the
Switch version.
On the Switch version, yeah.
They had a small mini map, yeah, but I mean, no, yeah, but on
the Wii U, no, they didn't have that. Now they might keep that for the Wii U version, or they might have taken that out. I hope they don't, because
I hope they don't either. But again, that's what. But again, according to you and Gillian just said right there, that was one of the things. When I played it in the Kyoto office, it had a map on there. It had a big map there. You could go move around. The same kind of map you saw when basically I played it before the VGA Award, when they showed on the VGA Awards.
Yeah.
So they had that map that map was on the screen that you could say, okay, let me go over here to this bridge. Let me go over here to this mountain. You could see all this, and they had a thing kind of shit. It wasn't like generic crime. It was more like Batman Arkham City, that you could do a key point, so you know where to go.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool to me. And like I said, you guys played the game after me, so now it looked like it might have taken out. Again, I don't know if that's the final version, as you just said, but if it does, that is a bummer, and that's something that it's kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But again, I'm playing the Wii U version. I'm getting the Switch version because, like I said, I gave my Switch for free. But I'm just saying that.
Yeah, I get it.
Wait, sorry. In Duo, when do you do? What day did you play the Wii U version?
September 2015.
2015? Wait.
Yeah.
2015.
Yeah.
You played Breath of the Wild. 2015.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did not know that.
I went to Japan in 2015, and I went to see it. I went to see one of my friends who I've talked to, Kenji. He works in the R&D section of Nintendo, and he hooked me up, and we got to Nintendo. But I went basically to go to see Namco Bandai, Platinum Games, and Square and Square Enix when I was in Japan. Those are the three places I already went to. He gave me to Nintendo. So yes, I went inside the Nintendo Kyoto office, the new building they had, talked to the developers, talked to people. That's why I said on Dr. OGL, on the OGL, where Dr. was like saying, when I had the feeling that people was like screw third parties, because they didn't care what Western developers were talking about, the developers over there.
And to follow up on that, I think they still have that, because let's keep it real. Like right now, like you see, the heaviest support you see for the Switch is Japanese support.
And
like, I mean, let's look at this list. Take out the Nintendo first parties. You've got Fast RMX. That's indie. That's strong indie support. Just Dance 2017. That's Ubisoft, but it's Ubisoft. Skyline is Activision, so Activision knows that IP sells well on Nintendo platform. Ultra Street Fighter 2, that's that's an indie Spider-Man, that's Konami, that's a Japanese company. Disgaea 5, Nippon Ichi Software, Japanese company. Sonic Mania, Sega, Japanese company. Puyo Puyo Tetris, Sega.
Published by Sega, so yeah, it's a Japanese company.
So that's a Japanese company. So basically, Nintendo has basically said to most of these big and I know some people are like, what about FIFA?
Well, you got FIFA, you got FIFA, you got NBA 2K18, and then you have Skyrim, and and those are one-offs.
Yeah,
so.
Skyrim is a 5-year-old game, and I know some people are gonna be like, oh, but I love Skyrim. Look, I've put over 300 hours in that game on PC, but like, if Bethesda was really that serious about supporting this system, they would put Fallout 4 on it. Because Fallout 4 is more relevant.
Fallout 4 or Doom.
Yeah, if you're gonna go with recentivity of like what Red Fox just said, yeah, I could agree with that. Yeah.
And I mean, and I know what some people, some of the haters are going to say. The Switch is too weak to handle Fallout 4. Let me put it. First of all, it isn't, and second of all, the engine that Fallout 4 uses is a derivative of what they use for Skyrim. So no, yes, they can totally put Fallout 4 on the system. And I wouldn't be upset by that. I wouldn't be like, oh my God, how dare those people put a game on the system, but whatever.
I mean, it just confirms that Skyrim is going to be running on the Switch. It's going to be coming out for the Switch. So, yeah.
Yeah, I want them to make money. I mean, I'm not going to be like, oh man. Look, if they make money on it, good for them. But I don't want people like saying, "Oh man, Ubisoft putting games on the Switch. They believe in it." Well, at this point, Ubisoft just wants something they can put a low budget game on and make a lot of money back off of it. Anything.
Yep.
That's what a lot of the third party devs did with the Wii.
Yep.
Well, like I said, and the reveal that people talked about with because people keep on forgetting this. The reason why the people talk about the whole Unreal Engine, they did not do that for third parties. Even the third parties want to take care of it, whatever. But they saw that the indies want to work with Nintendo like they did with the Wii U. So they did it for certain developers who have been, because if people say this Unreal Engine is like Drew was on my podcast last night talking about. You could do a lot of stuff with it. That is cool, but it's an open source. That's why a lot of people, because it's something you don't have your royalties and everything is very cheap because it's open source to do that, all that stuff with Epic and everything else. That's what the reason people like indie developers want to use it, because you can use the Unity engine. The Unity engine can be used on the Switch, just like the Wii U. But because that's what Red Out did. They used Unity to transfer the game over. Boom, bam, games running on the Switch. And then, of course, we talked about last night, Snake Pass. Snake Pass took them 1 week with Unity engine to say, okay, we can put it over, and they got it running. Now, they ain't got it optimized, but it's when the guy talked about it, he said we got everything basically running on the Switch in 1 week, which is not bad for a small indie team. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, but that's just like small tweaking, really.
Yeah. So now it falls out. Okay, so if these small companies could do this, it's up to the third parties now to say what it is, because I'm still handed this stupid chatter like with people like GameSpot and everything saying the Switch is more easier to develop for now more than the Wii U. No, it wasn't. The Wii U was the easiest company with the easiest console to develop between all three. It was just the hardest to port. Now that they took the port problem out of it, now what's your excuse now? We'll see.
Well, we know what the excuse is going to be. It's not powerful enough.
Well, again, let them do that. All I know is like you, Dr. Feelgood, everybody have said, and even GM Idea guy, get Nintendo. This is basically kind of like a water kind of thing, not really a Yamaguchi style thing. But like I said, give them what they want. Let's see what excuses go. But again, we know that the media and everybody else is going to switch things. Going to interpret stuff, rewrite history anyway, with how it's going to go. But you got to do. Yeah, but I'm just happy that like I said, now that more indie developers got a chance to put their games on the Nintendo Switch is a very good marketplace for them, and Nintendo's is working with a lot of indie titles now, and picking up some of the games. Like I said, they have given some of the. They did it with the Wii U, and they're doing it with the Switch. They're giving some of the dev kits to some of the third indie developers for free.
Yeah, I can.
I'm gonna laugh about it for free. Sony and Microsoft ain't did that.
And
but you're not gonna hear about it.
Yeah, and if they did, they'd be on top of the mountain yelling and screaming about, "Oh, aren't we great? Let's beat our."
Well, yeah, because remember Ori and the Blind Forest guy when he was like that and he was being cocky. I'm like, dude, don't that you made a good game, but don't be that cocky, man. And bring that you just stepped in the kiddie pool with the rest of the sharks. You're gupping the rest of the sharks, and you just basically try to shit in the pool and think your shit don't stink. Come on, man.
Take a cue from the No Man's Sky guys.
You learn from them. Don't talk too big. Jeez.
Yep. Be very quiet and just do the best you can. Don't hype up your shit unless you really know you got something.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, at the end of this thing, maybe we did do a little BS Busters.
Yeah, it's always good. It's always good. So, you want to pimp anything out before we wrap things up?
The last hour for me will be what you guys saw, and that's basically it. I'm gonna put. I got a new show coming to my channel called Mike Check, where people have been rewriting Nintendo's history, and I'm like, okay, let's get Mike Check. Let's get this stuff straight. But I basically just put up the intro for it, so a lot of people, I see Red Fox and SK Massive and everybody else don't chime in and say it's pretty cool. Yeah, I did it in an hour, so it wasn't the best. It wasn't the audio editing could have been way better, of course, but again, I'm not getting paid for this, so you get what you get for an hour. If I were getting paid, I would have put in more hours, make it sound way more better, and make sure because like I said, I just freestyle one shot and go and whatever. So yeah, but. Check it out. The Mic Check intro is going to be on, like I said, for the new show. That's about it for me. Other than, that's on the Endure channel.
Okay. Gilligan?
Yeah.
Anything you want to pimp out?
Let's see. Trying to think here. I was gonna add.
If you can't think of anything to pimp out, just always say these nuts.
Oh my god.
These nuts?
Why you always come at the most inopportune times, you bastard?
Oh right. Okay. So in 2015, in duo, like referring to what you just played. In 2015, you actually were given a really extremely early access to Breath of the Wild on the Wii U, right?
Yes.
So yeah, on E3 of 2016, when I was given an advantage to use to play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. As far as I know, and I just found out this too, when I was playing Breath of the Wild, on the Wii U. Apparently, the only thing they showed at the bottom is the controls on the bottom screen. It just shows the controls at the bottom screen.
That sounds like that was a demo unit.
Yeah, it was.
The demo unit is specifically made just for that event or just to show off a certain set of things.
Yeah,
what he played was probably much farther along than the demo unit.
Like I said, look, when I went again, you could go to the channel if you want to get in and see. I talked about my Japan trip. But when I went to Japan, like I said, it was I went to get to talk to a lot of developers. Like hell, I'm one of the ones who did the video who talked about Star Fox. Where people were like, oh, Star Fox gonna be this and that. I said no, and I went there with a question and asked them, hey, you guys, I asked the people for Platinum Games, like, okay, I have this question. I know what it is, but I'm gonna ask you. What do you think? You gonna put multiplayer in Star Fox? And it was a female developer, and she was like, No, because it would be boring. The way we say it right now, it would be boring because you're gonna be doing barrel roll or U-turns and stuff. Like, thank you. That's exactly what I thought. I didn't want to give a pre-concept of what I thought because they were like, this game was not set up to do that. I'm like, I know, because everybody keep on forgetting Star Fox 64 how that was, and that wasn't fun.
Yeah.
That was not fun.
So like.
I think Star Fox Assault had the best multiplayer.
It had the best multiplayer, but the reason I said it, if you're gonna do multiplayer for Star Fox, you have to start it off as it's gonna be a road squadron kind of setup. Like you take control. You set up the story, or set up the story, or you set up the game to be like multiple from the get go, not the single player setup, because it don't work that way. Because when you do the single player and you focus just around the plane and the arrow and whatever, all everybody's gonna do, if me and you playing it, all we're gonna do is barrel. We're gonna do barrel a lot. We're gonna do U-turn. We're gonna basically somersault until we get to the end of the screen. Somebody's gonna go and do a U-turn, and you're gonna be. It's just. I've played Assault. I played Command, and I play every Star Fox game, and it's boring. I don't know how people see fun out of that. That's them.
But see, I know, and I don't mean to keep going off topic and extending, but what I don't understand is people need to understand that Nintendo tests out a lot of things before they make these decisions that make no sense to them. Like, for example, the biggest one I can think of, and I think you like the one that informed us of this, before Splatoon released, you had told us that they did a test.
They did a test with the chat.
And within minutes, there were
people were cursing and using
saying the N-word, and it's like Nintendo probably said, since we're a family-oriented company, we can't do this shit.
No, and again, it was out of the three regions, the first region that started that stuff was the U.S. region, was the Western region. They started more cursing out people and stuff, which I was like, not surprising.
Yeah.
We like to curse. What? That's what we just curse. What?
Well, we can't put that with kids and everything else, but yeah, you guys, the Western Pro didn't take that long to go that route. So again, as Doc just said, they do try that stuff. So, and going back to your question, Gillian, like, yeah, when I went there, of course, it was at a planned trip. I didn't think I'd have gone. Nintendo is very secretive. Most people ever get to do is even at the old building is to go to the gates. That's as far as you go. You gotta know somebody, or you've been invited to get in them building.
Yep.
And so I didn't went there thinking I'm gonna get in until Kenji said, "Hey man, you know what? You could," because I was staying in Tokyo. I was staying in Tokyo, and of course I had to take the train to go to Kyoto to go, because that's where the new building. That's what it's P80 now, but it was E80 then. That's where the new building was. And he would say, "Hey, you want to come with me? We'll go in there and check it out or whatever." And I went inside. I saw people working, enjoying. The atmosphere was fun. The atmosphere was fun. People talked about stuff. I asked them questions like from the development view and all this stuff. Even not in the campus, like when it came around lunchtime, they invited like little kids and stuff in, and they were playing Splatoon. And like it's in that building, just felt it oozes fun. That's my point. That's the best I could say it. So for me, when I found out the guy who leaked out the stuff for Ryu and stuff for the Smash Brothers stuff, he lost his job and stuff. Like, why would you give up a job like this just to get a little bit of fame, you idiot? That's stupid.
Well, I mean, the thing is this, okay? Like, there's different, like, basically, I would say March or April of 2016, Zelda Wii U, Breath of the Wild for the Wii U is probably done. So,
yeah,
it could be very much said that what Liger played was a damn near finished product. The thing is that, like, what you see in the demo build is not the same. Like, I've gone to Japan and played demo builds of arcade games, and I've played demos and I've played like closer to the Gone Gold thing, and they're two completely different things. Like, what's on the demo would probably have the controls in the bottom, whereas what he was playing was probably more of the complete game. So
Well, I mean, I would never spoil for nobody 'cause I'm not a spoiler person. But even Double A could be a witness to this because Double A knows what I talk to. We talk to our usual person on a Saturday chat. I've said some stuff and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna be playing this game because of such." And I said, "You know what? I'm not gonna spoil for nobody else." But like I said, I have given him some story elements, right? Double A with
Yeah.
Dragungos. And he's like, yeah, I got stuff that I know about the story wise. And same thing about a girl and with Zelda and everything. But I said, you know what? I'm not gonna do this to nobody else. I'll leave it what it is. So that's why I got from playing again a year and a 15 in 2015. So I got enough stuff to know what's going on in the game. I only gave a little because unlike other YouTubers or whatever else, I don't like to spoil things for people. I got Star Fox 2 weeks before Star Fox came out. And I didn't. All I did was show a screenshot of it, and that's about it. I didn't show gameplay or nothing because I didn't want to do that to people.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not my. That's not my. I should say my personality. I want the people to be. That's why, like right now, like I played enough with Zelda to know what's going on. I know about story elements, but technically speaking, I've been blacked out. I don't want to see nothing with Zelda other than whatever it is because I didn't get to see all the story. I didn't see all the game, of course, because it is a massive game. So I want to enjoy it just like anybody else enjoy it. So I'm not. I don't watch none. If I see any YouTuber has Zelda footage or whatever, unless it's like Nintendo having a official showing of whatever it is, I don't watch it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So anyone have anything else they want to bring up before we wrap things up?
The same thing I always pimp out, Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack.
Why not? Why not?
He loves Samurai Jack. I love him.
Well, all I would say is that hopefully this coming week that I'll be getting enough money to fully pay off for the Nintendo Switch, and then if I'm lucky, for my next week's paycheck, I'll be able to get enough money to get the Pro Controller as well. I do have a friend.
If you go find one.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm buying all that.
Well,
shit
you should. I mean, they're too expensive, right? No one wants to buy that shit.
Man,
Asshole.
the fact that they're sold out, they don't even give a shit. I mean, I will actually. This might be a bit off topic, but I will say this before. Back when when the PS4 first came out, there was mad customers that were asking me, "Where is the camera for the PS4?" And basically, I had to turn them down and say, we don't have any because all of them are sold out. The cameras are sold out. You notice that?
Really, people bought those fucking things?
Yeah. Yeah, for real.
That's my question. Like, who bought that shit? That's what
Don't be so rude, Red.
Well, look, listen. I'm a very blunt person when it comes to certain things. Look, listen. Job, I have to be very diplomatic. When I worked on Capitol Hill, I had to be very diplomatic, very suave and cool. But look, this is my hobby. This is, it's me just, shooting the shit. Someone actually bought that shit? Really?
A lot of people, man. A lot of people have bought the PlayStation camera. I was surprised too.
Huh?
It almost feels like
no wonder she was like, I can't believe people are buying this. It's like the greatest con. Well, second greatest con of the ages.
No.
Oh my God! I just found out something. Breaking news. Splatoon 2 local area network private battles are possible without.
Yeah, that came out early this morning.
So you can actually create a private. You can spoof a server and create your own tournaments. Oh my God! This is a throwback because local area network play anymore. Not even Halo or Call of Duty or Battlefield.
Wow, that's amazing.
But Nintendo is doing.
Oh! Actually, that reminds me. I do want to say to you, Red Fox. I don't care what you say about Mario Kart. Honestly, to those people who are saying, "Oh, I'm probably gonna skip out Mario Kart 8 Deluxe because I already have Mario Kart 8." Let me just say this right now. After playing the battle mode and just looking at what they have to offer, I think it's worthy of a double dip, for real. Like,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Let me just say that. Let me just say that there are some people are really underestimating Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Look,
Like,
I didn't say it wasn't a good game. I'm simply saying that the content that's in it, that like people are saying, I have to get this, should have been in the Wii. That's all I'm saying.
I think that's it. I mean, for me, like I am gonna. A person was telling me, what was they were saying? Like they were saying that, oh well, you should. What I gotta do is turn in your Mario Kart 8. I'm like, well, no. For Wii U, like, no, I don't return games in. I don't trade games in. Once I get them, I always keep them. But I have seen, like I said, that's why I was asking certain questions to Red Fox when he used that off the top to see what's going on with it. Like, I mean, I've seen from the video. That's why I was talking about that donut one, because it is like a certain. You are in a path of the past of the past. But if you say they large it up because on the Wii U there were 12. I know there were 12. Not Wii U. Sorry, not the Wii U. On the Wii there was 12 combatants that you could go in, which was a lot. That was hectic at that time. The battle mode. So so if they enlarge it for that to be 12 people, okay, I could accept that because there's a lot of shells going all over the freaking place. Jeez. That's why the battle mode for the Wii was crazy, because I remember, I mean, they had you have 12 people going and it shells. You got to watch out for, you get hit a green shell, because you know the green shell bounce out of everything. So yeah. So that's why I say if they enlarge it for that, then I could accept that. But if they just did, if they're not having, you say you only saw 8. If it's 8 people, then I got to see it myself to see if they did it large. But again, I accepted that you say you're not a big Mario Kart person, so I'm not saying that. I'm not taking it with a grain of salt. I'm just saying you say that you don't have enough experience with it, or that's not what you think. So I'll just look at it whatever it is. But that is one of the things I am picking up April for my Switch.
If someone wants to buy it, God bless you. Like, here's the thing: you'll probably get more enjoyment out of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe if you don't have Mario Kart 8, because aside from those new features, it's the exact same damn game. Like, they have the Splatoon track, they have the Splatoon, the Inklings. And it's like, that's cool. I like all this stuff. That's awesome. But it's like, this is the exact same damn game. And you have a battle mode. Yay! But it's the same damn game. There's nothing else really added to it that makes it. It's like they added another 15% to the game, but it shit could have been there in the first place. So it's like,
I mean, to me, honestly, and I mean, this may sound very, very, hypocritical of me, and I'll admit that. But to me, it's kind of like Last of Us Remastered, where, like with the remastered version, they said, "Oh, let's just throw in the DLC where it's already built in, and we're going to raise the resolution, we're going to raise the frame rate, but it's still the same damn game. Just now it comes with the DLC." And Deluxe, they added a few new characters. They added the original traditional battle mode, which is great. That's all I did want. And maybe a few more tracks and a couple of items, but it really is essentially the same game with a few upgrades, which I think could fit or be a patch for the Wii U version. So I get that. Now, I wouldn't buy Last of Us Remastered. I got it for free anyway. It came with my system. But I'm going to buy Deluxe because I'm buying it for like $35, $40. I wouldn't pay $60 for it, though. I wouldn't. Yeah, I still have Mario Kart 8.
The way I feel about Mario Kart 8 is, it's nice that you've added these additional features, but it's like me going to the McDonald's, and like on my off days, because I've been eating well during the week. On the weekend, sometimes you just feel like saying F it, and so I go to McDonald's. I'm like, I want 2 Big Macs, and no, I want a Big Mac, and then they give it to me, and it's missing half the damn sandwich. And then I'm like, wait a second, half of this sandwich is missing. Oh wait, well if you give us another 50, if you give us another $2.50, we'll give you another Big Mac, and it'll have everything on it that's supposed to be there. No, fuck you, no, no. So that's basically how I feel about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's like the shit should have been there day one. Not day one, but they should have supported the Wii. Because here's the thing: you can't say the Wii version of Mario Kart 8 didn't sell well.
Well, Here's the thing: it's not about the game not selling well; it's the system not selling well.
No, yeah, we all know. What Dr. Feelgood is saying is true, and we all know what the truth is. But business is business.
Yeah,
I myself, I mean, with Doc just said with the whole, when he just said with the whole Last of Us. I mean, Last of Us. I would say it's a fair comparison if Last of Us only stood at that one thing. The difference is it was a year later they did it, and we did it 3 times. So no.
I mean, here's what I'll say. There is also the difference, and this is for you graphics whores out there. It's 1080p, 60 frames per second. They found that one missing frame. So
I knew you would say that. I knew you would have said that.
We can all go home. It's now really 60 frames per second.
You ass. I knew you would have said that.
Hey, look, man, I can't help it. I just love doing that shit. So, so basically, yeah, the game is the game was fun. The battle mode is fun, but I mean, the battle mode, like, how long can you fucking play the battle mode of a game? And for me, Mario Kart's battle modes were never all that fun. So, like, I couldn't play that shit for 30, 40, 50, 60 minutes straight.
I got you. To each their own. That's what I said. Yeah.
For me, the battle mode is not a big enough draw for me to buy this game. Now, for some people, like if Nintendo had said, "Hey, man, we're doing another Diddy Kong Racing using that Mario Odyssey or that Mario Odyssey engine," I'd be like, "Shit, take my money. Here, take it. Open your mouth. Take this damn money." But
we'll see. Maybe they'll bring F-Zero on the Switch, so who knows? Anything's possible.
We don't need. Look, I hate to say this. We don't need another F-Zero.
Tell that to the people who also complained about Star Fox and Metroid all the time. And
also, I will tell it to them, and I tell it to the damn sales too.
Look, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna keep it real, okay? We do not need another F-Zero unless they can really change up how that game plays. Because I'm gonna let you know a secret. If you play it for like 30, 40 minutes, after about 30, 40 minutes, it gets boring, okay? It's a boring game.
Oh, you're gonna get those F-Zero fanboys.
Well, I will say this: if they don't bring back F-Zero, I mean, I won't be hurt. I do like the franchise. I would rather them make like an F-Zero like animated series over
again.
Yeah, I really would.
No,
technology is better now.
Yeah,
if you look like those Smash Bros. Reveals, I like to see an F-Zero game. Based on Captain Falcon, I really would.
And even or hell, they could make a Smash Brothers animation and just have like, because people forget in that animation he beat the shit out of Crom and Lucina. He was about to get in Robin's ass too. I mean, look, think about it. This dude gets in Blue Falcon and just drives around beating the shit out of random people. Damn.
Well, he is a bounty hunter.
Doing that.
We'll see what happens.
But I know I blasphemed because I said that to me. And look, I'm saying this as someone who has F-Zero on the SNES, F-Zero on the Game Boy Advance, F-Zero on the N64, F-Zero on the GameCube. I even have an arcade machine F-Zero in one of my establishments. Like, I'm a huge F-Zero fan, but guess what? Unless they do something new with the shit, please don't bring another one.
Actually, I think that's partly why there's not a new F-Zero, because Miyamoto says, we can't do anything new with it. What's the point? That's the only
like I said, I could see them doing something for the Switch. New.
We'll see.
So,
like, unless they do something new with it, I really...
You know what, guys?
I would rather see
I know what they can do with it
over another F-Zero.
They can simply do something with VR.
Yeah, you go ahead and throw up.
Yeah, you're going in now.
No, you can go ahead and I already said.
Here's the thing.
You can go up and go ahead and throw up. That's what I just said. You could go up and throw up because that speed and that VR, man, a lot of people gonna throw up. Hell no.
I wonder who had the bright idea to modify F-Zero GX to work with the Oculus. Either that board.
Bad idea.
You don't even need that. You just get one of those Google glasses and put that shit on your head with the Switch with the Switch gamepad and with the Joy-Cons in the grip in your hand, and you got VR. Now, if these people would shut up and leave people alone about virtual reality with this damn thing, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Let me just say about, I know that there is a possibility, there is most likely a new Metroid coming for the Switch. I mean, I just have this gut feeling that it is coming.
That's the one joke I did like about an interview with Game Informer. Even though I understand people say they should have never get it, the one thing I did like about it is when they did the moving cup thing, and it said new 2D Metroid. I was like, yeah, man, what the hell is going on with doing Way Forward? I want that too.
Yep.
That's what I want. I know the Switch basically confirms it's going to be a Prime, and we know from Metroid Prime Federation it's going to be a Prime game. Yeah. I want a 2D game.
Yeah. And before they do the 2D game, I would like for them, in order to gauge the people, just take Metroid, like the 2D Metroid trilogy, and just like really get people into it.
Remake them.
HD remake.
Well, I would say remake them in the Zero Mission or
Well, I mean, the only one would make sense would basically be the only one would make. I mean, you could remake Super Metroid and just put it with it, because basically Fusion. I could see that, but just redo the one that needs to remake is 2 on the Game Boy.
And no, another Metroid remake does not count, people. Stop crying about it.
No, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking when I said the Metroid trilogy, like redo, like take the Metroid Zero Mission and do Metroid 2 in that same engine, and then have Super Metroid in there, and then like you add Fusion to it, maybe call it the Metroid Quad, and just there you go.
Okay, you got a little too. That is really too.
That's a stupid name, but just call it the Metroid Founders Pack, and just that's really.
Oh God!
Nah, you have to remake Metroid 2.
Oh, I'm a Metroid fan. I'm a Metroid fan. Did you play the 2D Metroids? No. But yeah, I think that would be a really good game. But I'll tell you what would do really good with that HD Rumble: a wave race.
Yep.
Oh yeah, wave race. That needs to come back for sure.
Wave race, an Excite bike.
Yeah, with the sarcastic announcer from. Oh, you're doing a really good job. Oh yeah, you hit that wave like a champ. Yeah, I know you did, but whatever.
Oh yeah, and then the best part is you can actually use the Joy-Cons like handlebars, and like for terms like the motion controls, you like just steer on like that, and then you get the feel of the HD Rumble. It's like it makes you feel like you're actually riding on either a jet skiing wave race or a motorcycle, a dirt bike,
Excite bike.
Excite bike.
Well. People, the thing with the Switch is, just like any generation, there's a lot of potential, a lot of promise, but whether it actually gets realized is up to the developers.
Yeah, for sure. I'm
going to give my pessimistic answer and my optimistic answer. Pessimistic, Nintendo's going to do some wonderful things with this hardware. That's my skeptical pessimist view. Optimistic, this could be a revital. This could be the Wii. I don't think it'll reach Wii numbers, because you're never going to see those types of sales again. But it's definitely going to be. It's definitely going to reach. I think
50 million.
Yeah, it's not unreasonable to see this reach 40 to 50 million once the ball sets up.
Yep.
So yeah, it's definitely going to sell a lot better. Sure. Yeah. It's just showing. The signs are there.
I think everyone said what they want to say, and with that, I'm going to say good night. It was fun. It's because of you that we can do this. Stay tuned for future BS Busters. Remember, every 6-7 p.m., every bat time, every bat place on Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So with that, I bid you good adieu and good night.
Bitches.